Which of these two NFC East teams will prove that they're ready to challenge the Eagles for the top of the division? Week 1 of Sunday Night Football will have that answer, and I'll have my full breakdown in just a moment as the Dallas Cowboys head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants in an opening divisional matchup of old rivals. As always, if you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, and if you'd like to be alerted of more of our betting content, go ahead and subscribe to our channel as we release betting picks and predictions for every sport you can think of every single day. Looking at the Wager Talk live odds screen, we see the Cowboys are a 3.5-point favorite and the total sitting at 46.5. Now, this line opened up at 3, but has been stuck at 3.5 since the beginning of summer. The Cowboys are the team that everyone has a notch below the Eagles and 49ers in the NFC, and with good reason. Their roster is loaded on both sides of the ball, and they bring back a defense that was top 5 in points allowed and led the NFL in takeaways last season. But the focus will continue to be on Dak Prescott and the offense. Now, some of that focus will shift a little bit to Tony Pollard, who's now the lead back for Dallas. The Cowboys were top 10 in the NFL in rushing EPA per play and yards after contact. Their offense was also first in red zone EPA, 5th in third down conversions, and 3rd in pace. Cowboys offense very good, plain and simple. Despite the narratives around it, most of those particularly about Dak Prescott and his interceptions. In the 2 games against the Giants last year, the Dallas offense amassed 391 yards with Cooper Rush under center and 430 with Dak in the second game. Their defense allowed just 336 in Game 1 and 300 yards in Game 2. Again, the Cowboys averaged 172.5 rushing yards in both those games, and I'm not sure the Giants will have an answer to stop Pollard, who averaged 5.2 yards per carry last season, and the rest of the Dallas running game. Now, for the Giants, Daniel Jones better have some answers for the Cowboys defense. Last year, he completed just 56.9% of his passes and only threw 1 touchdown between both games. He also wasn't a big rush threat against the Dallas D as they bottled him up for 93 yards between the 2 games and no rushing touchdowns. Of course, the Giants will try to use Saquon Barkley to take the pressure off Jones, but ultimately, I think if the Giants have a chance to cover or even win this game, Jones will have to be the guy who does it. The problem is outside of the red zone last year, where Jones was very good, the other 80 yards of the field, Jones was way below average. And we just don't have any sample size that another year under Brian Daboll will bring about certain changes in Jones and his efficiency. We simply just don't know at this point. But I'll take my chances that the Cowboys defense has the edge against Jones in the early part of the season. Now, I'm well aware of the Week 1 trend about home dogs in the division and their ATS record and percentage. But the Cowboys have won 11 of the last 12 games against the G-Men and are 16-4 against them straight up in the last decade. Only 1 game in the last 11 Cowboys victories was decided by a field goal or less. And as much as I don't like laying points on the road within the division in any week, and as much as it pains me to say this as a Giants fan, Cowboys minus 3.5 is the play here in Week 1. If you're interested in more trends, game breakdowns, and picks, go ahead and check out this next game video.